had the pleasure of meeting Bob Chapman, and he approached me and says, I'm building the kind of company that you talk about. And my reaction was, I want to see it, because I'm an idealist. I talk about what it should look like in the ideal. And I had the great honor and pleasure of traveling around the country and seeing many of the factories that Barry-Wehmiller owns. And I walked away stunned. I realized that I can no longer be accused of being a crazy idealist if what I believe exists in reality. I saw people who would literally come to tears talking about their jobs. I saw an empathy and a humanity that exists that I honestly didn't believe could be that good. And Bob's little experiment in humanity has turned out to be not only the right way to run a business, but just something absolutely beautiful to see.
One of the aha moments of my visit to Philips was realizing that these principles of truly human leadership actually make very good business sense. For Barry-Wehmiller, people are at the center of their vision.
Barry-Wehmiller has discovered something very fundamental about this idea of purpose, that the purpose does not have to be rooted in the product. Our purpose is our people, as it is expressed at Barry-Wehmiller, is an extremely powerful one. Right? People are always important. People matter.
I think we all were excited to come and knew we would see great things. I don't think we had any sense, quite honestly, of just how inspiring today would be. The kind of environment that you have created here has allowed people to achieve not only their full potential, but also a level of potential, and it was just unimaginable. We've seen it in reality now. We've seen how these things play out, and I think what you all are for us is an iconic example of just how much unleashing of human potential can occur and all of the good that does, not just for business, but in the world more broadly.
Yeah, we were just remembering Simon calling me up after he just visited your plants there in Phillips, Wisconsin, and telling me he's seen the future. and I was saying, I go to all these peace talks, but what's key, more important than talking, is listening. And what we need is peace listening.
Yeah, right.
And so, the microcosm, what you've got going there is exactly what we need in the macrocosm, which is people learning to listen with empathy.
Here, they're proud to work for this company. They're so proud that it brings them to tears. I want people to see that these people are treated incredibly well, but they feel that they're treated incredibly well. You see it.
I think one of the things that I found so moving, I can feel it even now, is I'm just feeling how powerfully listened to people feel throughout both of the settings that we were in, and how just being listened to itself begins to create a whole different context for people to become bigger and better versions of themselves.
What was the development we were seeing were not limited to the leaders or the management. The respect and the dignity of everybody and the respect for their contributions was evident.
The fabric, the warp and weave of what is happening here is truly human, truly respectful. And it just, last night I was in tears over it. It moves me to my core. I'm really, really thrilled that I came and just completely committed to being Bob's partner and getting this around the world.
Over the past 2 days, what struck me the most about this organization is how blessed the people who are working here are, and how lucky in a way they have to experience what a lot of times we only see on paper, and what a lot of companies preach or aspire to, but very few actually succeed in achieving. The other thing that struck me very much on the notion of caring is the extent to which people in Barry-Wehmiller care not just for each other, but care beyond the organization, and they care for customers. We hear stories about people going above and beyond, coming in on weekends to work on a customer issue because of a customer need, and that takes the what is practiced within and goes even beyond, and I think that is truly remarkable.